Here we go, baby. New level. New level.
Finally.
This just looks straight out of Sonic CD, man. Not quite, but you know. It's
Do you have to hit that spring to get that life to spawn?
No, I just missed it. I just accidentally hit the spring.
Okay, I was confused for a sec. I'm like, oh, you hit the spring. Oh, he's going back. What's he doing?
Yeah, this level, not my favorite in the game, but Studiopolis is like the level that they showcased for Sonic Mania when they first announced it, and I think this is the level that the devs cared about the most because, yeah, it's like it's just peak classic Sonic aesthetic and everything.
Thank you for saying it because I felt I was alone for the longest time. Because this is like everybody's favorite zone, and I'm like the only one over here being the party pooper, and I'm like I feel so bad.
Well, what's your favorite zone in the game then?
I'm pretty sure I've said it before. Press Garden for sure.
Okay, well, I will say I've seen more people saying Press Garden is the favorite, but yeah.
I only ever see Studiopolis.
Everyone's always praising Press Garden. My favorite is Mirage Saloon. But I also like the pinball levels more than most people. So.
I mean, all the original zones are just fantastic. So, you're
I
winning no
missed
matter
a
what.
special rig.
I felt your pain.
I missed 2 of them in this run. So normally, how I would be playing this is I would be like going after all the special rigs that I know about. This playthrough, I was kind of like this was my first playthrough of the game in a long time. But I was also kind of going with I'm going to go routes that I don't normally take, so it takes longer, so we spend more time in Sonic Mania.
I think what I like about this zone is it's the first showcase that this is truly not a game that would ever work on the Genesis with how much is going on in the backgrounds. You see that with previous zones as well, but you really feel it here, you know? Because like the previous zones, you still have that nostalgia tinge. You know, you see all the new art, but you still link it in your head to the original.
Yeah.
Because this is a new level that's original, it's like you can just fully appreciate it. All the new assets and such, which I really like.
Yeah. I think I brought it up. I think I brought it up last part, but their target for the like vibe and the art and everything for this game was like a lost Sega Saturn era Sonic game. Which is very fitting because the Saturn was more of a souped up 2D game console anyways, so and having the very rudimentary 3D special stages like helps that vibe a lot. So yeah, and I'd say it fits for that vibe pretty well, but yeah, it does feel identical 1-to-1 with the actual Genesis Sonic games in terms of like game feel and everything. So how the levels are designed, everything like that is like I could see myself playing like a Genesis version of this, and this is like the remastered version or whatever.
Well, and it's helped that like there is a Saturn port of all the classic games.
Yeah.
So it just adds to that believability, and it's island or the 3D exploration mode you can do in it has the same vibe the special stages are going for.
Yeah, and the Sonic 3D Blast special stages are very similar.
So it all just like goes so well together, you know.
You know, I didn't think of that. We were in a mood for classic Sonic. Why didn't I just record 3D Blast?
If you recorded 3D Blast, would you record the DX version?
No, I'd record my Saturn version.
You should record both.
That's like well, I mean, we're probably gonna do a second playthrough of most of the Sonic games anyways, so
yeah, we're gonna run out of this
two
stuff
playthroughs.
soon. I give it 2 more.
But we still have a ton of stuff.
I've give it 2 years.
2 years?
I feel like we could blitz through this.
We ain't gonna blitz through it though.
Probably not.
We're only just getting to like Heroes. We haven't done any of the advanced games, the Rush games.
That is true. We are almost 3 years into this channel.
Yeah, exactly. We're
we
3
need to
years
up the
in.
pace. No, we don't.
Yeah, we're encroaching on 3 years in. We're like at the third major 3D Sonic game. We've done 2 more other than that. And yeah. It'll be a while. There's a lot of Sonic games. This right here though, since we've been talking over it, Act 2 of Studiopolis is like it's up there for me. Still not quite my favorite my favorite stage. It's still Mirage Saloon Act 2. But this right here it's got the pinball elements. It's got lots of speed. The music, I think this song is better than the Act 1 variant. And I like the inside of the studio vibe versus the outdoors city vibe of the first act. So it's very unique. This game goes ham with the second act aesthetics. It's like it's a step beyond what 3 and Knuckles did, where it was just basically the same aesthetics for both acts.
Hot take.
So
I just wanted to bring up. I will agree that the second act song is better. I think Studiopolis' music is the weakest of the original tracks.
No, that's Press Garden for me.
Fair enough.
Press Garden, just for like my kind of taste, I like something that's got more of a melody behind it. Press Garden, it's kind of more atmospheric, I want to say. It's not bad. I like it. But yeah,
so that's what I like
Garden
about it is when
like,
the melody does kick in, it's really memorable. And then the rest of it's vibey. And I like how it contrasts with each other, but we can discuss that more when we actually get to the level.
Mm-hmm. I will say for me, the weakest of the new levels is Press Garden, but I still love that stage. So that's the thing with Sonic Mania for me. It's kind of futile to compare the different new levels because they're all so good.
It's like
this.
These are the 9s. This is the 10. This is the 8. But it's like the lowest is still an 8.
Yeah, in my case, the lowest is more like a 9.5. So it's still like amazing.
Is that low the hydrosity, or are we only talking about original stages?
If we're including the like returning levels, I would say hydrosity is probably like an 8. Yeah.
He said hydrosity. Let's go.
You keep saying it, so my brain keeps replacing it. So
you're welcome.
I mean, I did used to say hydrosity more than Hydro City, so.
This boss is funny.
So normally I'm supersonic for all the bosses, but I tried to not do that for this playthrough.
Is this the one with the sound effect?
Yes. It has the like once you beat the boss, the screen will go into like a technical difficulties thing, like the screen in the background will. And it'll have like the date of the 2016 Sonic Boom live stream event where they revealed this game.
Is that what I'm hearing right now?
Yeah, and it has the like static noise because that live stream, for anyone that was there live when it happened, that live stream was horrendously bad. But I didn't care because it was still hyped to see new Sonic games get announced. As it always is. Even if I don't end up liking the games, at least the reveals are exciting.
I still think this zone's overrated.
Overrated? Everyone hates Flying Battery. I'm the only one that likes it.
No, I still see tons of love and praise for this level. I don't know. Any YouTuber I watch always loves this level.
I disagree. Any YouTuber I watch is like, oh, wham, wham, bottomless pits.
Oh, I don't even mind the bottomless pits. I just don't really have much fun in this level.
I love Flying Battery. I think the 3 and Knuckles version is better, but this version's still fine. I like the gimmicks it has with the elemental shields. This is like one of the stages in the game that like really goes kind of ham with that idea.
This Act 2 of this is like the only stage I consistently almost time out on every time. And it's not even because of the boss. I time out before I make it to the boss.
You just... Okay. You want to talk about skill issue. That's just genuine skill issue.
I think it's really funny it's that one specifically and not like Sandopolis or like Titanic Monarch, the, you know, infamous ones for that.
Yeah. Well, I would be surprised if you time over it on Titanic Monarch, because that stage is literally just kind of like a Sonic Advance 2 stage. It's super linear.
I meant like the second stage, the second act.
Well, even that one's still pretty linear. But
It's linear, but especially on your first try, it has a lot of tricky stuff that if you aren't as much of a virtuoso on the physics, you know, like I was when I first played this game, it can be tough.
Yeah. I guess I can see it. I just didn't have any problems with it.
And I'm sure according to you, I'm still not a virtuoso on the physics. So.
You aren't.
Exactly.
You're intermediate.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
You need at least 10 years experience with classic Sonic to get this job.
I mean, shoot, when did I play Sonic Genesis? I probably played that like 2006.
That is not classic Sonic.
You're right, it's better. It's classic Sonic in its purest form.
It's what Yuji Naka intended, yes, of course. He intended for worse controlling physics and slowdown.
That's a unique way to use Tails.
Yeah, I can't, I don't want to wait for the badniks. Yeah, so that's something that is kind of a negative for this game, but I would say it's a negative for all Sonic games for the most part. The bosses are not the best. There are some good ones, but they're more referencey in this than trying to actually be boss fights.
Yeah, and a lot of them just automatically take a while to kill.
Yeah, like in the one for like this stage that we'll be coming up to here soon. Like you kind of get the feeling that it should take longer, but you can actually like speed that up if you're good, which is like why I think it's an actually good fight. It's like the only good classic Sonic boss battle I've ever experienced. But even still, it's still just like most of the fights you can just spam hits on, whatever. It doesn't matter. At least it's not
it's a good
Superstars
fight
bosses.
personally if you can spam hits by wasting rings or by saving, or you know, playing it well and saving your rings, so you can keep your ring count high. I think it's better personally. But that's kind of dependent on your perspective on how much you value even collecting rings. I highly value collecting rings, and I love seeing a full ring count at the end of the level. So,
well, yeah,
if I know a boss well, I will, you know, take my time with it. But I like having the ability to just cheese a boss with my ring invincibility.
I would say that even if you're taking your time with a boss in Classic Sonic, they're still really easy and pointless, you know? I don't think they really
Yeah, but they offer a
anything.
nice break, you know?
I don't need a break. I want to play more fun Sonic levels. That's why I really like the boss for this act, because we'll see it. You actually have to kind of use the physics to manipulate the boss itself rather than just jumping into it, you know?
I guess that's the main difference is like most of the other games are very different in how they require physics checks, and I feel like this game gets a little more advanced with it, especially in the boss fights, which can make them tricky.
It's really just that one. And all you have to really do is like spin dash jump into it or use the actual thing that it puts in there for you to use.
Mm-hmm. Right, but it is for sure a difficulty spike, you know.
I mean,
which is different from any other classic Sonic game, you know. Outside of like the BS stuff like the Death Egg robot in Sonic 2.
Or, you know, Puyo Puyo popping up out of nowhere.
Yes.
In a completely different video game.
You are having a terrible time right now.
Yeah, so Tails can't fly you in the windy rain area. Which is sad.
Yeah. I love the art on this, though. It looks so cool.
Yeah, I love the stormy background. I love, like, switching between going inside the ship and outside of it and everything.
Yeah.
I think it's a really cool mechanic, and that's why, like, I really like the, at least this act, I think, is really freaking awesome in Mania. Act 1 is pretty much just the exact same thing from the original Sonic 3. But that's, you know, the case for pretty much all of these.
Yeah.
This at least has fully unique areas. Whereas Hydro City, I'm pretty sure doesn't have like any unique areas outside of. It adds, yeah, it adds stuff to the existing level design versus.
But it doesn't feel unique to Mania.
Yeah. We won't be really seeing it because I kind of stick to the outside of the ship most of the time. But if you're playing this act and you're on the lower levels of it, you'll be inside the like basement areas of the ship, and it is full-on like level design and like gameplay reference to the 8-bit Sonic games, specifically 8-bit Sonic 1, I believe.
Yeah, this game is full of those kinds of moments, which is really cool.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Because, like, the 8-bit games never get love, ever.
Do they deserve love?
They do.
According to Noah Copeland, yes.
They do deserve love. I really love the 8-bit Sonic games. They're not obviously as good as the Genesis Sonic games, but they're great. I especially love Triple Trouble. I think anyone who has played it will agree. But even, like, I really like Sonic 1 8-bit. I think Sonic 1 8-bit is just a genuinely good platformer.
I haven't played enough of any of them, so I got nothing to add. Sadly. Very sadly. I'm a fake fan, I know.
I actually, my mom at one point got me a Sega Game Gear for my birthday, which is crazy because, like, I'm not a 90s kid at all, so the fact she thought to get me a Sega Game Gear was crazy. But yeah, so I actually had Sonic 1 8-bit and Sonic Chaos, and I played those a ton.
Your poor battery supply.
Yeah, that thing would die in like an hour. And that's 4 AA's.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, we're on to the second of the 4 new zones in this Press Garden. It is a news printing facility, but it's also kind of not. I don't actually know what the aesthetic of this place is supposed to be. It's a propaganda factory, but it's also like pretty garden.
I
guess Press Garden makes sense now that I think about it. Never mind.
It's like
I never thought about
old
it.
And abandoned. He just kind of quickly took it over.
Yeah. It splats.
I know who that is. Cybershell told me who. Actually, don't know if Cybershell was the first one to like talk about that. I'm sure there were people before that.
I actually learned about it through Sonic Retro, actually. I did actually like go on there a lot and just read the forums and like different stuff when I was little, and I had nothing better to do.
The heaviest research I've done on Sonic Retro is like looking up like credits and such, and then trying to find random obscure articles.
Yeah.
But I have a weird mindset when researching these games.
Well, I mainly spent a lot of my time on Sonic Retro searching up stuff about Sonic Extreme because, of course, I'm the guy that's like, oh my god, there's a Sonic game that doesn't exist. I want to know about it. So...
My interest on Sonic Extreme died when I saw A, it wasn't Sonic Team, and B, it looked like
I don't think it looks like shit, but that's just me. I think any Sonic game could be fun. And also,
I was not a fan of how the camera
Sonic
worked.
And also, no, Sonic Lost World doesn't look like Sonic Extreme. I don't know why everyone said that back when that game was coming out. It was very annoying to me in my hyper-fixated Sonic Extreme brain.
That's a really funny thing to get wrong.
Well, it didn't help that Aaron Weber himself was like hyping that up too. It's like, yeah, the devs were really inspired by Sonic Extreme, just trying to get the fans hyped up about the game. But like Izuka himself is like, what's Sonic Extreme?
Yeah, I know Aaron Weber was like really important for the social media back in the day, but like a lot of the stuff I've seen like him post about, I'm not really a big fan of now.
Yeah,
I think he was good for the time, but like not as good in retrospective. Hasn't really aged well.
He had.
I'm mainly going off of his like post on 06 where he says never forget.
Yeah, like he was like the kind of reason why the era was called the meta era, because that is when the Sonic social media was constantly just making fun of itself. So
combine that with Jay's reviews.
I mean, people are allowed to think what they think about video games. I just am not going to agree with them.
So in other words, they're wrong and we hate them.
Yeah. Also check that out.
Nice.
2-in-1.
I saw that and I'm like, oh, you son of a... you cocky bastard. You, I don't know.
Yeah. You know, we were talking about how, like, comparing the stages in this game is kind of like futile because they're all just really good. And it's just like a slight preference will determine what your favorite is. It's kind of like the same thing I get from people arguing about like some of the classic Sonic games. Namely like this versus 3 and K or something. Because to me, I'm just like, yeah, they're both my favorite. They're both awesome. I love them. I
mean, I still have my preference because I think 3 and K does more of what I like personally.
Yeah, for me, it's more like it depends on the mood I'm in that day, like what I'm gonna prefer. Because I think both games are excellent, but like it's just I find it so funny when people get like genuinely angry at other people for being like, yeah, no, Sonic Mania is the best Sonic game, or you know, people that say even Sonic Superstars is like better than this or whatever. Like I don't get why people get mad at each other for that. Like they're all good games. You just prefer one over the other. I wish having opinions on the internet wasn't so volatile.
Yeah, like, I'm only going to be volatile on your opinions.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you're just
like,
wrong.
see, for us, it's just a gag. But, you know, I just want to say that like Sonic Mania is good on the internet. I don't want to have to deal with people being like, well, yeah, but the level design isn't as good as Superstars.
Do people actually say that? Because I feel like that's objectively wrong, but
there's no objectivity in game opinions. If they prefer the level design of Superstars, that's fine. I think Superstars has pretty good level design for time attacking. Like, it's pretty interesting for time attacking, but that's about it. Whereas Mania has more of, like, sort of how you were saying about 3 and Knuckles. Mania has more of what I like about Classic Sonic, which is the more explorative kind of platforming and, you know, finding goodies and that sort of thing, while also getting good at, like, going fast.
Yeah. It's pretty much, do you like the first attempt, or do you like the second attempt where they really went all in on the ideas? And to me, that's like the only thing I put this lower end in the Sonic 3 and Knuckles is they kind of got a little lost in the sauce, I think. Doing a little too much at times.
Yeah, that's how I personally feel about Superstars specifically. Because the level design in that too. Yeah, the level design of that is like the layeredness of the Sonic CD level design, where there's just like many tiers instead of just like generally the 3 paths or whatever. But they also include like a lot of more speed sections in that, and like just trying to, and like you can really optimize those stages and they're pretty fun if you do so. But it's like I don't really play Classic Sonic the same way I play like 3D Sonic, where I go for like speed runs and time trials or whatever. I just kind of play Classic Sonic to play it from start to finish as like one full game, exploring around, and like each playthrough I get subtly better each and every time. And I form muscle memory and that sort of thing. I just I don't know. I just don't think the 2D Sonic games are quite as interesting of time trialing games for me, just because I can't see and react to what's coming ahead of me.